Hey guys, how the hell are ya? And welcome back to Arnold Drinks. My name is Arnold. Tonight, I drink. So tonight, I am finally breaking into another one of my bourbon counties that I purchased from last year. This is the 2021 Bourbon County Brand 14 Stout is what they call it. It is 13.2% alcohol by volume. Label states, stout aged in rye whiskey barrels with cassia bark, cacao nibs, panela, and coconut water. So supposedly, it's called the Brand 14 Stout because it is something that is reminiscent of the 2014 recipe for Bourbon County, but just with a little bit extra added to it is all. Needless to say, I'm not really as concerned with the story. I'm more interested in how does the Bourbon County stack up to the legacy of previous Bourbon Counties. Those of us that go on to Untappd, we know if we take a look at those lists that show the top rated beers of all time, there's a lot of Goose Island bourbon counties in there. So let's dive into this one, shall we? Ooh, immediately with the coconut. Even before I got my nose in there, just tons of coconut just assaulting me. Yeah, more coconut and vanilla than anything, but like a very creamy vanilla. Definitely something a little bit harder edged in there, so probably the cacao nibs or the bark that's in there, but there's definitely something that is in there that you can tell is going to temper the coconut once you have a sip of this. Oh man, it smells so good. Oh man. See, you have a Bourbon County and all of a sudden you're instantly reminded as to why these things are always on the top rated list on Untappd. And Jesus, this is about as awesome as a dessert stout gets. Super duper rich with a lot of everything. Yeah, it's barrel aged. Yeah, there's a booziness to it, but oh, that sweetness. Like, that is probably barely crossing over into diabetes sweetness. It's just a little teeny tiny bit too sweet if you ask me. Just a little extra sugary. A little bit of alcohol bite and bitterness that's coming in thanks to the cacao nibs and probably that bark. Ooh, such a sweet desserty treat. Lots of molasses notes in there, lots of caramel notes in there. A little bit of almost like a peppermint bark kind of thing happening too. Probably the coloration of the label is maybe playing some tricks on me a little bit with that, but I am definitely detecting a little bit of that sort of peppermint bark note. Just a little bit of bright minty sweetness that's hitting the back of the palate a little bit. The finish is honestly kind of immediate. It's a rather short finish for a Bourbon County, for a barrel-aged stout in general. You tend to get a lot more lingering in the front of the mouth and definitely attesting to the mouthfeel, but once you swallow it, it's just kind of there and gone. Not gonna lie, it is still super good though. On Untappd, I'm probably gonna rate this one like 4.25 or 4.5, something like that. I need to have a couple more sips to make sure. But to me, the one thing that is a drawback to this is it is just barely too sweet, in my opinion. This could stand from dialing it back just a little tiny bit, making it a little bit more palatable, a little bit more easy drinking. Maybe even introducing something more in there as far as like a char note would kind of balance this thing out a little bit more. But goddamn, that is still upper echelon dessert stout right there. So thank you guys so very much for tuning in. Please remember to like this video, subscribe to this channel, tons more of this content to come, and as always, remember, take what you do seriously, but do not take yourselves too seriously.